What's up, chat? We are back with our first tier 2 level 1, I guess, machine we are starting off with today. So, like always, we are going to do your typical Nmap port scan. We have a lot to get through today. I think this is one of the more exciting machines. I haven't even fully completed it at the time I'm recording this, but I'm doing that because I'm too lazy to reset the machine once I do something. So we are going to record to that point, and I'm just going to walk through the step-by-step process. So now I have to wait for the Nmap. While waiting for the Nmap, so we're going to ask for a port. What is the name of the non-administrative share over SMB? So we're going to have to do your SMB connection. So okay, SQL server is on 1433. So we know SQL is a database server. Now we need to do SMB. So if it's been a while since you remember, because I think it was like 4-ish labs ago, you basically just do smbclient, you specify the IP, so the 129.4.19. I'm a little bit excited. Oop. I need to list out the shares first. I tried connecting, but we haven't got to that part yet. So no password, obviously. And we're going to look at the share names. So awesome. We have the admin share, which is standard C share, and IPC share that is always standard. But then we have backups, which is a not standard share. So we are going to write backups. Then it's going to be like, what is the password identified? So let's try and connect. So I'm going to get rid of this. So this is like a backwards /, and then we're going to put another / at the end, and we're going to put backups, which is the share we are trying to connect to. Again, no password. I don't know why these guys are not doing any passwords, but they just don't. We can see we have prod.config, blah, blah, blah. Of course, we can't cat it. That doesn't exist, so we need to get it. And basically, this will just download prod config. Awesome. Cool, so we got the file. Exit, we're going to ls it, and then we're going to cat prod config. I still haven't deleted the reverse shell from the last video, but let's ignore that. So we have a quick read through this. DTS configuration, blah, blah, generate packet, properties, blah, blah, config, and here we go. Password equals this, user equals this. I'm going to copy that. Actually, I'm just going to copy password for now. But I have a slight feeling this will be useful for later. I'm just going to paste that over here real quick. Okay, that's been pasted. And now let's paste it in for the answer. Okay, awesome. So now we actually get onto a thing I've never used before, impacket. We never used that at university, especially not to connect to SQL servers. I kid you not, in the penetration testing course we never did any of this. So I had to go on the internet again. Let me just pull up Oracle, Hack the Box, ChatGPT. This one. Nope, that is still just, let me find it. Here, okay, awesome. So how to use impacket example scripts to access Microsoft SQL Server from Linux, and it's this. So this is a PI file. They're kind of pre-installed on the computer, but I'm not going to use this for the next part. So what I want to do, why that was important, is because there's this as well. So this is like the impacket. No, you download it obviously. And then the one we're looking at here is impacket. Oh, I had it open. Where's MSSQL? This one here. SQL client. Yeah, awesome. So MSSQL client. So instead of finding the PI file, which would be kind of lame, I don't want to do that. You can just use MSSQL client. So we're going to do MSSQL client, and I forgot the impacket There we go, mssqlclient. You can unfortunately already see what I'm going to type out, but this is basically, if I do /help, you can see here this is kind of on the target what we need to specify details as. So we already knew, because I copied it, we already knew the archetype /SQL paste clipboard, archetype /SQL underscore SVC, we already knew that. Then we already knew the password. I'm going to copy that also. Paste the password. Then we have the address, IP address, if I just scroll up. So 10.129.41.191. And then we kind of run into this, it's kind of alluded to if you saw the last one, but we fail. And the reason is because this is a Windows. If we looked at the service info Windows, and then it's a Microsoft SQL server. So what we need to do actually is also include the Windows authentication. So we add Windows auth, if I could spell, Windows auth, and now it should work. If I'm not missing anything. Archetype SQL, let's write password. Why is it not? SQL underscore SVC. It worked when I was doing it in practice. I might just cut if this doesn't work. I genuinely don't see what's wrong. A target name or address. .192.191. Windows auth is on. The password is correct. Let me just archetype /SQL underscore SVC. Okay, I have no idea. I could not, maybe it's copy and paste, but awesome. So I might just like shorten that. But we now need to find how do I run commands was a extended store procedure of SQL Server can be used in order to explore Windows command shell. So the answer is this. SQL command, if I find, where is this? Here we go. And then you can see this is how it does, command string. And then this is Winpeas, if you've never heard of Winpeas. Basically what it does, you can watch, but it scans everything and then tells you in these colors if there's like misconfigurations, if it's configured, if it has like active users, disable users. Basically you're looking always for red, because red means like there's a password exposed, there's a username exposed, there's some sort of information they've exposed which shouldn't be exposed. So what I believe from this point onwards, we need to use this extended store procedure with Winpeas to scan the whole thing and then find the flags and username and passwords. So I'll be back once I figure that out. I'll just be a shortcut and I'll see you in a second. Okay, hello, welcome back. So I'm going to take you through my thinking because I'm not entirely sure if this will work, but this is what I'm going to play around with for the moment. So I did help, if you can see help. And the problem why I was doing help is because if I ran like any kind of, I'll just pull open a example. So let's just try I did this. I'm taking this, I'll just show you. So I'm taking this from here. Very basic command. I don't really actually want it to do this. I don't care. Yeah, because it's turned off as part of security configuration, right? Which means I can, according to help though, I can just enable it. So now I need to run reconfigure. Right, and I think, oh, it was already one. There you go. So that checked all the directories, right? Which means we now know basically that the XP thing works. So then part 2 of my plan is, I keep forgetting that. Impacket, no, we already did that one. XP command shell. Okay, so my next plan is this guy here. He has this downloadable file. I can't download on my local computer because it will kill it, but I downloaded successfully here, and now it's on, the exe file is here. So the plan is to copy it over with like a copy cmd command. So again, if I come here, we have this like copy between servers. So we're gonna try. We're just gonna try and copy it basically. Somehow get Winpeas onto the SQL server. Once I get a little more progress with it, I'll come back and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so we are back again. You kind of get to see me fail miserably. I tried, so I had a quick look. I exec'd where we are just to see like where in this server we were. Then I tried to use curl and just download the exe into the system, but it couldn't resolve the host. And then I did nslookup and that timed out, and I did a ping and that timed out. So I'm a little bit sus on how the internet system is, but I have a new idea. So I found this Reddit page, different ways to move Winpeas to victim machine. This guy here, deleted, Mr. Deleted. I'm going to host Python, because he said that you can run this on executable. So I know in downloads, we already downloaded it. So we are going to paste this, and now it's running the server. Then with curl, I am going to download it. So, all right, welcome back. I had some problems before, but I found out what I believe is kind of why it wasn't working initially. I just need to real quick remember what the command was. I used it like already. Copy this. Basically what the problem was is I was in the system folder, and I obviously can't be running. Oh, what did that do? That listed a lot of directories. So let's just like look at this. Maybe that was the wrong way. That probably would make sense. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So now we can see like we were in, I believe it was Windows and then System32, but we don't want to be there. We want to be in users, and then if we move from users to my actual folder I can use, SQL_svc. Then we'll go, I don't know, into like downloads probably, because we're gonna download downloads. Cool. So now we are in downloads, and we want to do well, we want to somehow get Winpeas onto the computer. So what I first want to mention is we have Winpeas saved locally. So I download Winpeas. It's a here winpeas.exe. It's a file. You can just search it up, like Winpeas download GitHub, and it's at the top here. And then you genuinely just download it. You know, you go to the exe file, where it is. Okay, it's somewhere here. Just believe me. And you download it. So now what I would like to do is run a server. So I've checked my IP. It's kind of what it always is. Do I have it saved here, or do I need to write it out? Okay, I think I'll need to write the server command out. I've written it down. We're just going off, like I said, that Reddit user. He gave me the whole trans over the server idea. Cool. So now server has been, I guess it's up, and now I want to kind of concatenate two things together, because unfortunately we can only do one command at a time and then it kind of reverts. So we are going to do a curl, and we are going to curl the address of my computer, of my server that is currently up and running. So I'm just going to paste that in. I believe we're in port 8888, yep. And that is my IP, 10.10.14.34. IPA 10.10.14.34, 5, yep, 35, and we're gonna press enter. So what this is gonna do is it curls my whole entire directory, I guess, what's in that server, and we want to pull that Winpeas file out. So then we're gonna do Winpeas x64, and we're gonna see what happens. Oh. Has no label. Downloads null. Total 0.1, left 0.1. Message, nothing matches the given URI. Does that mean that failed? We're just gonna do like a quick read. 0 files, 2 directories. Okay, that failed. So I'm gonna have a quick gaze at why that failed. But this is kind of strategy we're gonna go with until I work out something better. Okay, so I'm back. I think, well, I mean, I know the problem was kind of, I just felt it wrong. As you can see, we get a bunch of 200s. Which means that's correct. I'm like 99% sure. 200 status code. Yeah, indicates successful. And I found this YouTube video for file transfers, which I think is useful. So if we like zoom in, we can see they're gonna use cert util, so not using curl, which I think we're gonna give a try. And we're basically going to try it instead of with Winpeas. I want to do netcat, because netcat will just be easier in my opinion, because it seems like every time I do one command, I get kicked out like immediately. So we are just going to try basically what those guys did. We're going to go to the downloads, of course. Then we're going to do cert. Yep. I need to do the and. I don't know why I got with the end. And then cert util URL cache. I cannot spell cache. f https http, it's not s, 10.10.14.35. I hope that's the right one. Port 8888 dash nc64.exe, I believe is the name. Let me just verify. N64.exe, N64.exe, and then I'll just pull a IPA real quick. 10.10.14.35. Yep, looks good. We'll see in a second. So here we get another 200. And now we have a bunch of words. Okay, so it says it was online. What I would like to do is I would like to now go to the cache and just look at it without the insert. I just want to see, like, does download store it? No. Okay, so I'm going to have to find, I think what we need to find is a way to basically run it straight away. Because for some reason, if I just download it, it doesn't let us use it straight away. So we need to find a way to run it straight away. So I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so 1 second has passed. A lot has changed. And basically, I was just being dumb. Directory doesn't actually move you. It just shows you. That's just such an L on reading documentation. Guys, please read your documentation. And we're going to stop using exec. So we're literally just going to use normal XP, like CMD shell. And basically what I would like to try is we are going to do PowerShell this time, because I've been reading some Reddit pages and they recommended just normal PowerShell. But I don't think this will work because he's not in the right directory. I read some other dudes, they were doing some weird stuff, but I don't think any of them are in the right directory. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go similar, but we're actually going to change directory. So XP cmd PowerShell, we're going to activate PowerShell, C for command. Now I would like to change directory, so that's cd, what was the path? Users, I have it written down next to me, underscore svc, and then downloads. Okay, so now we've moved to that directory. Let's just see if this will work. Incorrect syntax near PowerShell. Is this how it wants? Could be. Okay, so I believe that worked. Now for these commands, we want to like chain them the same, but chaining this command is just like with a semicolon. So now we would like to download, and before we download, I need to put up the server because the server is not up. Python 3. How do I run the server again? Python 3m, http server .server 8888. I believe that's, yep, okay, now it's serving. So now we want to actually connect to that server. So we're gonna use wget. I know we haven't used wget, but basically is the same as curl. Let me just pull it up for you guys. Wget URL, and we don't want, well actually what we do want is we want the out file. Oh, how do we get the out file? That's a great question. Out. Oh, I think it's just out file, right? Is that not the out file Linux PowerShell command? Sorry, I'm a little quiet because I don't remember. I think it is just out file. Alright, we're going to try out file and just hope it works. And then we're going to be using the same thing we were using before. So http 10.10.14.35. Hopefully we haven't changed address. Yep. Sorry, you've probably seen me write IPA like 4 times now. This has been excruciatingly long video to make. I believe that's that. Then we go out file Winpeas x64. Okay, something failed. PowerShell cd users SQL. Did I not? I forgot the exe, right? Is that what it was? Yep, I forgot the exe. Oh well, that's an easy fix. .exe. If we see the null, we know it's correct and it worked. If we don't see it, okay, wow. Finally, okay, let me just check on the server. Okay, we have a 200 and we actually CD'd properly this time. So now let's basically try and run it. So we kind of want to keep the same thing. We don't want the wget anymore. We want to execute the command. So I believe standard is just like winpeas x64.exe. I'm not sure. Okay, so no confusion. I believe this is the command. I did in fact run this once before. I know it will work. So let's just, no wasting time, let's go. Wait for it to load a little bit. I do actually know the file location. I bothered to find it before I forced you guys to essentially sit through it. But luckily, it is right here. This is literally the file. So we can finally answer one of these questions. Which file contains the administrator's password? So we are going to copy this and we are going to paste it. Yes, awesome. Next, we're going to cat it, obviously, because we need the password. So, ccat, and then we'll take the file path. Paste clipboard, enter. There we go. User, administrator, and then megacorp admin. I'm just gonna copy this. That'll be super important for later. Okay, awesome. Now, what I would like to do is search around a little bit. So we have PowerShell. I would just like to find .flag files, flag.txt files. Okay, so I spent a little bit of time searching around, aka I kind of just CD'd a little bit. We found user.txt. So what I'm going to do, if my computer lets me type, is we are just going to cat this flag. I suspect after this, I'll need to use the admin login and try and find the... Awesome. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to do one a day of these, and this was, I spent like a whole day doing this. So yeah, we submit the user flag. Now we need to submit the root flag. So you guys can watch me struggle. I'm at least trying not to cut any of this. Archetype, administrator, cool, awesome. What was the password again? I don't remember. Megcore admin. Jesus. These are some really bad passwords when you think about it, but would I have guessed it? No, not really. Okay, we are in the final stretch. I found out, so I was basically just trying to spam impacket-mssqlclient and Windows authoring that way with Megacorp, but turns out I read on Reddit you should use psexec, and then you can just put in the password like normal. So megacorp underscore 4D M1 and exclamation mark. The password's wrong, I might need to retype, but I think it's okay. Requesting shares. I believe then we want to just do help real quick, turn on CMD PowerShell, and then just start CDing around. I believe that's what we want to do, so help. Can I CD? That's maybe a bad idea. Okay. CD users. Okay, so it's probably an administrator. Let's be real, guys. That's kind of what was being hidden this whole time. So, administrator. I'm gonna CD. No, I want to do ls dir. It's either in, okay, I think it's either in documents or desktop. So let's go documents first. Okay, it was not in documents. CD desktop maybe? root.txt. Okay, wait, how do we do it last time? What was the command to, because it's not, I can't cat, that's not a thing. Yeah, okay. So equivalent of cat on Windows system. Is it like touch? What's the Windows equivalent? Echo? Can I just echo it? Echo root.txt. I don't think I'm just gonna copy root. Yeah, that was such an L. Type root.txt. Oh my god. Flag. Copy selection. Come down to the bottom. Submit the flag. Whew, okay, you guys did not understand. This took me a while. I was not I was not prepared for how long that would take me. I ran into so many problems. I actually will probably back edit this. But if you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you learned a lot. I definitely learned quite a bit. I hope to see how the next one's going to be. Hopefully I learn, even more in Oopsie. And I would love to see in the next video. I know one of my videos are doing quite well at the moment, like 80 views, which is pretty good for my channel. I have like 17 subscribers. So anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.